who give us on Whispering Hope. This afternoon, we're here again to bring us your Whispering Hope weather update with your meteorologist, Mr. Lenard Josiah. Good afternoon, Mr. Josiah. How has been your day? What's up? Today's your first day back to work.
First day back to work, man, and it was a nice and just a pleasant experience. I had a very quiet day today, looking on the outside, working alongside one of my trainees, etc. So we had a pretty nice day on the outside. The weather is very calm right now. On the outside, we are just noticing that some very dry air is swooping in from the east. So in terms of weather conditions, we're not forecasting anything significant for us right now in terms of rainfall. If we do see any rainfall, it's going to be just some light stuff, and the chances of that happening are even low too. So if you're hoping to hear good news in terms of your rainfall, I'm not too sure if I'm a bearer of good news. So my brother, you have to look for some water to plant and to water your little backyard garden. So the rain is staying away.
Changing up the water just came on this afternoon. So right when we finish, I'm going to do some watering.
Yes, for sure. Do that in the evening to preserve some evaporation, to limit the amount of evaporation, But for right now, the weather conditions on the outside, nice and manageable, nice in the context of going to the beach and so on. Some haze right there because of the Sahara dust being present with us. We expect that to lift just a little bit in the next coming days. But in terms of significant weather, that is not necessarily on the radar for right now. Let's give you a snapshot as what's taking place on the outside. You're looking at the precipitable water, and the precipitable water says to us the amount of water that's in the atmosphere. If it was supposed to rain out all the moisture, it gives us an indication of where the amount of moisture really is. Antigua and Barbuda, they're located right in this spot. The brown areas are the very moist areas. So brown areas like this one right there, brown areas like all the way out to Africa, like here, those are very moist areas. Take a look at this swirling area right inside here. That's rather, let's say, yeah, moist, yes. But take a look at this area right down here. These are very moist areas. And you're seeing the swirling effect of these areas down here. So for us in Antigua, this is the dry atmosphere that is going to be moving in. This dry slot here. All of that dry slot is moving towards us here in the Eastern Caribbean. So in terms of what we are forecasting, it will be rather a dry evening, a rather dry 24 hours. If you are hoping to see this particular area here come towards the west, this area, no, it's actually moving this way here, up towards the northwest. It's what we call an area of disturbed weather. And I can take you right there right now. The National Hurricane Center is suggesting that there are 3 areas of disturbed weather. This one right out there that I just spoke about has a 70% of becoming a tropical cyclone in the next 5 days. And it is associated with a broad trough of low pressure, and that is producing some disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the central tropical Atlantic. Look at where it's forecast to go, and someplace in this hatched area, which is out to sea, there is where it's likely to form into a tropical cyclone. Far from land, I should add, not expected to do anything for us here in Antigua and Barbuda. And by the way, maybe what I should do is just to show you where Antigua and Barbuda, we are located right now. We are located in this general location right here. So you could see right here is Antigua and Barbuda. So you can see that this area is really far away from us. And take a look at the far eastern tropical Atlantic. This X right here marks the spot of another area of disturbed weather. But over the next coming days, it's forecast to form into something as it moves towards the west to northwest, and that too is forecast to remain out at sea. And this particular area down here has a 60% chance of becoming something in the next 5 days. It's forecast again to head up towards the west to northwest over the Yucatan Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico, and there is becoming a higher chance as the days progress of it wrapping itself up and becoming a tropical cyclone to impact the western half of the region. So all these areas of disturbed weather are located right around us. They are forecast to remain out at sea or even further west away from us. So we are not suggesting that there will be anything of significance for us here in Antigua and Barbuda. You're looking at the visual satellite imagery, this particular area of disturbed weather, closer to home, as you can see, in terms of a broad area for Antigua and Barbuda. We are located right there. All of this area right inside is this troughiness is moving towards the west and away from the island chain. So we are not forecasting that this will be in our vicinity at all in the next couple of days. Let's take you even further afield. You're looking at the broader tropical Atlantic right now. Remember that I just spoke to you about that second area of disturbed weather. Here it is, this broad expanse of disturbed weather moving up in this general location. Antigua and Barbuda, we're located in this area right here. So you're seeing that it is far away, move away out at sea. The second area is another area of disturbed weather that has a very good satellite representation, and because it has a circular motion, it's forecast to move towards the west and then take a curve out at sea and remain away from us. So for right now, we are doing pretty good, but we continue to monitor the weather conditions as we get closer to the September time, which is the peak time, which is going to be a time that we are going to be monitoring for all little areas to come alive. But for right now, we can sit easy. My brother?
Well, it's good again that afternoon to see that nothing's dangerous is happening in our area that's threatening us here in Antigua and Barbuda. That's a good sign. That's good news. And we just hope wherever those tropical cyclones that may develop will end up, that all will be well with those who are in the park. I heard Brother Josiah the other afternoon, there was flash flooding in Belize and some persons get swept away. I thought that was in the passage of
tropical storm
because
Grace,
you know the Yucatan Peninsula is that far away from Belize.
right?
But I don't know if it was impacted by that system, but I just
definitely. Yes, and we're looking at this is the, and for those individuals who are interested, we're looking at the Yucatan Peninsula. This is the area right here. Okay, this is the Yucatan Peninsula instead. Okay, and Belize, this is Belize right
That's
inside,
right here, yes.
right inside here. So you're seeing that the area is still very volatile with respect to the instability left from Grace. So you're still having clouds forming in this general location. So it would not at all be surprising to hear that there's lingering instability, and with that lingering instability coming the formation of clouds and the exacerbation of flooding. And remember that Grace was in this area sometime during the course of the weekend. So you can imagine that the Yucatan Peninsula, this particular area right here, has been inundated with a lot of rainfall and inundated with a lot of water. Now, here's the key thing. This area of disturbed weather is what they're monitoring for signs of tropical cyclone formation in the next couple of days. The models are suggesting that when it reaches in this area here, it should form itself into a tropical cyclone, and the next couple of days move up again towards that same Yucatan Peninsula. So their rainfall struggles are not over. It's just rather beginning, because it's this time of the year, and we are looking at our doorsteps again, or the doorsteps of these areas, the tropical disturbance to be in that general location. So individuals who are in that area should begin to think about what it means to have a tropical system in that area, again, dumping a lot of water.
And they do have a lot of low-lying areas there. Been there.
That's so true.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
So just want to thank you for coming by again this afternoon, Mr. Josiah, and bringing the weather update to us. And we're so grateful for the sacrifice that you make. Have a pleasant evening.
And pleasant evening to you, my brother. And we see you same time and same place right here on Whispering Hope Weather Update tomorrow afternoon. I will be at work, but we're going to be endeavoring to bring you the updates nonetheless. Okay?
Absolutely. Pleasant evening, everyone. Yeah.